Here we are, Chris. Last midweek video to go out before Christmas. It's been a big year. Looking back at it all, we're not going to spend our 15 minutes of fame talking about it, but pleasing year going towards Christmas. Yeah, it has been a really good year. Yeah, good team effort. 365 days of the year, and all of a sudden another year's gone. So well done to everyone. Thanks for all your support, and looking forward to next year. Hope you all have a great Christmas and have a good time, and yeah, win lots of races over the Christmas period. You touched on the 365 days of the year. Last count, you were around the year about 350 of them. Holidays. I think we had a baby on one of those days. I took a day off of that. What about you? How many are you doing? No, I'm not asking. You're still at school 5 days a week, 9 to 5. Of course, yeah, whatever. Have school holidays every couple of months. I think I just got up to 70 hours for this week. Must be doing 2 lots of schooling. Righto, no more mucking around. Had a claim, outstanding yesterday. Good win, nice filly. It was good. She was a horse we bought for the lady, or the Women in Racing Magic Millions group, and it's been a while getting one to the races or getting a winner, and fortunately it looks like they've got a good one on their hands. She always showed us a bit, but hurt herself out in the paddock, so I won't take the blame for that one. And fortunately, I think paddock injuries, horses recover a lot quicker from them. Well, not a lot quicker, but I think they make a better recovery from them. It's not an injury that's happened under pressure, and she looks to have a great future, Liam. $35. Synthetic track at Warwick Farm she trialled on, never been on it before. She trialled okay, but was beaten 6 or 7 lengths prior to that. We thought she was a pretty handy horse, so I guess it's not the brightest thing we've done by not having a bet on her, Liam, but this goes to show natural ability takes a horse a long way. Let's not muck around, let's jump straight into this weekend's racing. Friday and Saturday again. Gotta love it. Let's go straight to Kenzo. 3 runners in the 1800 metre maiden. Bush Pilot, Disclosure and Manorkinski. All needing the 1800 metres. It's a maiden. They probably aren't quite up to city level just yet, but it's a maiden again, as I say. Bush Pilot, I think she's a filly capable of going on to better things. The other 2 are limited, but they get their opportunity to prove themselves tomorrow. Race 3, 1300 metre, 3-year-old No Metro wins for the boys. Free, Happy and Enormous Honour. Both maidens taking on some horses that have won races. It gets a little bit frustrating, some of the city races for maidens. What I'm getting at is sometimes you'll run in a maiden and the first starter will have more weight than a horse that's run second or third. Why they do that I'm not sure, but that's how it's done. But in a race like this, maiden actually gets in quite well. So if both our horses are down on the weights, both handy types, and they certainly won't be starting favourites, but I think they've got great chances. Race 4, the same race, but in this term for the fillies. 2 runners. Benindi's been withdrawn this morning. That leaves Sense and Reason. Yeah, Benindi just drew wide. She'll run Boxing Day in a 1200 metre set weight. 3-year-old fillies maiden. And Sense and Reason's a good example of what I just said before. She's only a maiden taking on many horses that have won races, but she's down on the limit weight. So she's got a cheeky chance. And what I like about city racing is that not only do you get the opportunity to run for good prize money, you also get to assess how your horse is going rather than just being, we don't get a true guide at the provincials, I don't feel. So city racing is what counts, it's what pay the bills, it's what we're here for. We do train in the city, we run our horses in the city. Flying handicap over 1,000, Val Rosso, barrier 6, Hugh Bowman. He's come back well, it's too short for him, but we're looking at getting him to the Magic Millions and still haven't worked out whether we'll run him or whether in fact we might trial him again and just go straight to the Magic Million 1400 metre open race. if he does run, he'll obviously be getting back and running home, and he looks like he's come back in good shape.
And the last race, 1400 metre benchmark 75 for the fillies and mares. Forever Crazy, senior rider goes back aboard.
Yeah, I think she just took advantage of an apprentice last start. She was slow away, reluctant to get going. I guess it's a poor excuse really, but realistically she's better than that. Hugh Bowman won on her last start. And, I think we've got Kieran McAvoy on tomorrow, so senior rider will hopefully work her out.
Just before we move any further, talking to Kieran McAvoy, we go to the subject of Darley. I noticed in this morning's paper you couldn't let John O'Shea have 5 minutes for limelight. You had to jump in and get an article.
No, that's not true, Liam. Press, they're very important. They've been a big help to me. It's pretty hard to say no to them. You try and be diplomatic. I'm sure everybody knows why we didn't take the job. It's simply because we've got so much support here, and we're proud of all of that. And I thank all of you people that are owners that are listening for that, because without you guys I wouldn't be here, and you certainly wouldn't be here either, Liam. You'd still be putting holes back on a golf course.
No. I don't think they like blokes at punt, so I'd be without a job. Let's go straight to Rose Hills.
Neither do I.
What do you mean?
You can't punt when you're working, like when you're working on a golf course.
No, mate. You're tricking me, righto. Let's go Rose Hills Saturday.
I caught him out a few weeks ago, everybody. He takes his computer to the races, sits on the opposite side of the desk to me, and I think he's working away, getting star pupil for another week. And then happened to see one day what actually was on his screen. It looked more like a sporting bet website or a TAB website than it did of a spreadsheet to do with reports or new horses coming into the stable.
Well,
interesting.
Got to enjoy a certain aspects of your employment. Rose Hill on Saturday. Big team in. Let's run through them quickly and efficiently. First race, 2,000 metres. Run Harder Sun and Pentometer.
Run Harder Sun will probably be kept for a race the following Saturday at Canterbury. Just gives them an extra week between runs. Plus I said it's quite a strong race. I think Pentometer is well placed. Well, I won't say well placed. He's got a good chance. He's entitled to have less than the minimum weight, so obviously that shows that the depth of the field is quite good. But he was very unlucky last start, should have won, and he'll love getting to Rose Hill on Saturday.
Tantrum Tester in the 2-year-old over 1100. Ultimate goal, the Magic Millions?
The ultimate goal is to get him up there. He's another woman in racing horse, or a ladies syndicate horse. So it'd be nice to get him there. There's a big incentive for, I think, the first 3 woman owned horses home. So we'll try and get him there and give him every chance to qualify. So I don't know about Saturday, we haven't scratched him yet, but I'd like to see him come in a little bit closer. And the nominations come out today for next week's race at Canterbury. So that'll give us a good guide as to what we're up against. 3-year-old
fillies, benchmark 75, 1400 metres, 2 runners, Made to Order and Mademoiselle. Last start winner at Warwick Farm.
Made to Order, she's bracketed for an 1800 metre race at Boxing Day, which is what we're leaning towards. Once again, the noms will be out for that meeting to give us a chance to assess the 2 races, but probably go to Randwick on Boxing Day. The other filly won well last start. She's been a consistent horse and was rewarded with a good win, and race looks to suit her on Saturday.
Benchmark 80, 1500. 2 runners, Acapella and You'll Never. Pretty open race, this.
Very open race. You'll Never, he should have won last start. He got caught up behind a race 4 and still got home to run second. Yeah, distance is probably a bit, well, it's a query and it's a bit new, but he's racing as though he'll get a strong 1500, so I think it'll be a great chance. Acapella, we might save her to Boxing Day as well.
Nice work. Race 5, 1100 metre, benchmark 80 fillies and mares event. The 3-year-old filly, Calming Influence, coming off a last start win. National Willa goes aboard, barrier 3. Close.
Hugh Bowman did a good job on her last start to win. He had another ride when we decided to run, but fortunately we've picked up Nash. So taking on the older fillies and mares is never easy. So that's my only concern, but she's racing really well.
Race 6, 4 runners. 1400 metre benchmark 95. Tromso, Fulgur, Eigelstein and Disciple.
Tromso, we'll save him for next week at Canterbury. Disciple has come back from Melbourne where he didn't fire. Hopefully that was just one of those things. He seems to be working well as he was prior to going to Melbourne, so we'll see if he can bounce back. Fulgur, he's been disappointing this prep. We've brought him back to the 1400 metre journey, ride him quiet and see how he finishes off. And Eigelstein, he's come back in great shape. I think he's pretty forward. What are you saying there? Oh, yeah, not to say too much, is it?
Nah, he's just a bit big. He probably needed to run tomorrow.
He's come back well, punters. But he's got an awkward gait. So that's something you have to consider. He needs to overcome that.
Race 7, 1350 metre benchmark 75. Rastro and Villanova returns after getting something removed.
Rastro, he's racing well. I think he's looking for this distance. He's drawn awkwardly, so I think his success will be determined by how well or how easy he gets across, and needs a bit of a soft time up there to be able to kick in the straight. Villanova, he's been gilded since he last raced, and it seems to have changed his thinking. He seems to be a lot more tractable now. So I don't think it necessarily sees a horse turn around at their first start, but I think over 2 or 3 runs you see a lot more genuine horse. So hopefully that's the case. He's certainly got ability.
And the final race of the card, Field Marshal.
He'll be scratch lamb, drawn wide again. He just can't draw a barrier. We'll save him till next week.
I wanted to vent my disappointment to the viewers at home. I'll proudly say I was tipping Permit last week. He duly won at a good old price of $8.50. This week you've received hampers, casks of wine, you name it, you got it. I got sweet bugger all. Obviously no appreciation. Either that or they followed your tips and had no cash to buy me a present.
About 2 or 3 weeks ago on this show.
Did you?
Yeah. All I got was criticism after the race, you and Calendar.
Hey, I wasn't blowing up. I asked you what you thought. You said, nah, she can't win.
I didn't say she couldn't win. I said she's got a lot of ability.
No, you did. He was tipping at punters. Righto, good stuff. Merry Christmas. We've got a couple of funny snippets of the show over the past 6 months to follow.
So how are you going to get your hair cut this week, Lamb? You going to get short back and sides, or just the same old mess you normally have?
Recording in your own time.
We're going to speak into that when you're over there.
Yeah. Oh, well, just go forward a bit. Yeah, it's fine. Coming across. Yeah, keep a bit more. That's it.
Happy to leave.
Got the bloopers can't leave.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, recording.
3, 2, 1. Chris Waller joins me. Chris.
3, 2, 1.
Come on.
Are you ready, Gordon? This is Chris. This is Chris Waller, and he's here to talk to you about how he's. It's 2 p.m. on Friday afternoon, Chris. Game day tomorrow. Obviously, plenty of rain through the week. How's the track looking?
Amazingly well, Liam. I think it's pretty even. Amazing cover of grass. It's amazing to have a track prepared like this. It's amazing drainage.